G'day everyone, it's Taylor MB here. I am here tonight on Cetus because I thought I would take you guys along on a little Eidolon hunt with me. I got carried through quite a few of these back in the day, but I never really understood the mechanics because everyone else was always doing the work for me. So since I've got back into the game, I've been doing some solo Eidolon hunts to get a feel of the mechanics. And I can pretty comfortably do the first guy, and I can just solo the second guy, and I'm working on being able to do the third one by myself. But it's good fun. The Eidolon is a very fun boss fight, all the mechanics are very engaging, and it's not easy either, so it is very rewarding. So that's our target there, but first we need to do some quick prep work before we start. Excellent. So we need to charge these lures here to stop the Eidolon from running away between each stage. And we don't just need a lure, we need a charged lure. And you charge them by killing these little guys here, who I'm not even going to try and pronounce because I know I will get it wrong. So we got one in him. We got two in the lure. Now I'm just gonna buff my frame up a bit. And that will allow me to put a maximum size shield on the lure. So it stays alive longer and doesn't die. So there we go, I'm fully buffed for armor, which increases my shield size. You can see floating on the lure now. Let's just take a little detour while we wait for some more of the other guys to spawn.
How many animals have been drained by this bow? How many nests and lairs wiped out?
There we go. Perfect.
And persevere.
Let's get the lure to teleport to me.
I hate what this loathsome virus makes of them. I'll be glad to cure this bow and find them a more suitable home.
There we go. Perfect. We'll pick up one uncharged lure real quick. Okay, now let's actually start on the boss fight. So we have to take down his purple shield with our operator, and then we can take down one of his limbs at a time. Now I don't have any of the focus trees unlocked that actually help with this fight. There's a few good ones: health, max health, health regen, and armor are all very good for this fight, and I have absolutely none of them. But we can still comfortably do the first Eidolon without any of those buffs. It's still a reasonably accessible fight. Now that we've got his shield down, we can take out one of his limbs.
Energy spike. I advise falling back. That device is insufficient. You are directed to secure and employ additional Eidolon lures.
Just gotta jump over that attack there, otherwise it knocks you back real far. You gotta stay in the fight. There we go, limb number 2.
Energy spike. I advise falling back.
Let's pick up this one. No loot left behind. So as we kill each limb, it starts to do more and more different attacks that all just have layered damage on top of it. So the longer you go, the more damage you're going to be taking and the harder it is. But that's part of the challenge of the boss. I do think it's reasonably well designed. And we've got 2 charged lures now. I just need to get a shield back on them. Now it's time for the last limb. Wherever it is. There it is.
Smaller sentients rush to the Eidolon's aid, healing it. Stop them. Sentient energy contained. You are closing on victory. Act now.
So now it's invulnerable for a few seconds while it calls for some backup. And if you let too many of the little guys get close to it, it enters an invulnerable stage where it recharges its shield, which is really annoying to kill when you're in the middle of a fight. So the ones that we can see now, we'll get rid of as quick as we can. There will be many more coming. Some spawn directly on him here that we can take down quickly. Let's see what we can do about killing him permanently now. Just make sure we keep the little guys down so he doesn't go invulnerable and recharge some of his shield. Our lures have lost their shields, but they'll be alright. This guy doesn't do too much damage. Not strictly necessary to shield them for this fight. And there we go, first customer is down. Let's clean up some of these guys, grab their loot. That went pretty good. I hope I'm not going to get too carried away, but I think I will try the second one while I'm recording. I probably only soloed it once or twice. I'll be honest, I don't really remember how many times I've done it. But it went pretty smoothly from memory, so hopefully that repeats again. So my usual strat for this second Eidolon is to just keep one lure alive throughout the whole fight to stop him from running away. And then right at the last stage, I go and collect another 2 and get them charged up just in the final fight. Because keeping 3 alive the whole time is a bit too much micromanaging. You tend to get distracted and they die no matter what you do. So I find keeping 1 alive is a lot easier.
Energy spike. I advise falling back.
And those beams there are killer. They will destroy a lure in seconds. I just got it out of the beam there and it only lost its shield and a tiny bit of health, which was fortunate. But there will be a lot more of those coming that I have to look out for. This guy just does so much more constant, unavoidable damage that you gotta watch out for. Oh, did I get him before he... Oh, I did not. And every time you die in operator mode, you lose 10% of your max health and you lose all of your shields. So you have to avoid it where possible, but in this fight, avoiding it entirely is simply not going to happen. So you just have to take the L on that one and deal with it, and Nezha's 90% mitigation shield certainly helps with that. That's one of the reasons I like this frame for so much content in the game. It's just absolute quality utility. There we go, we can take down a second limb now. Lure is in the way as always. There we go. Second one down. That's another thing I enjoy about these fights. You can see the attacks build on the previous Eidolon. Instead of just a single wave of pushback energy, you now have multiple. So the first Eidolon teaches you, and then the second one builds on it even more. Without completely making up new mechanics, it's still challenging.
Energy spike.
There we go.
Falling back.
There we go. Have to take down another limb. Yeah, I was just outside his bubble then, so I didn't do any damage. If you could please stop moving around, it would make killing you a lot easier. They're so inconsiderate, not standing still for us to murder them. There's my lure. Yep, it's got a shield. Good. There we go. Now I believe I just have the two on the back to take down. Oh, there we go. So I've let too many little guys stay alive, and I've given him temporary invulnerability while he charges his shields. But there was just two of them, so got them down really quickly. He barely got any shield back. Just take that down real quick. Perfect. And now I can start killing him again.
We've got signals singing the same song as our victim. Careful now.
Energy spike.
There we go.
Bodies falling back.
I did see some little guys around, but I can't see them now. I'll have to deal with them after this one. I do have a long range gun as well, but it does less damage, so I prefer getting ridiculously close to it like I am here. Oh, okay, time to heal up the lure. Yeah, it's starting to lose a bit of health there, but if I just keep it alive through this one, then I'll go get it some friends for the final stage of the fight. Okay, so just take down these guys quickly. Okay, let's find where to get some lures from. Even though I said no loot left behind last time, this time I do have to leave it behind for a little bit. So we need 3 lures to get the maximum amount of loot from this guy. 3 charged lures. Yeah, there'll be some up here.
Where are they coming from? Void. Who did this to them?
And while I'm here, I'm gonna do what I did the first time and make sure I'm fully buffed up to give the largest shield possible to my lures. So I just need one more guy to kill. Yep, maximum buff. And because one of my lures is a little damaged, I will get a fourth one.
Dream, there's gotta be a way to take these things down.
Okay, let's go back to the fight. So I'll make sure he hasn't got any friends. Yeah, he got a tiny shield back in my absence, but he does not anymore. And now we can just do straight damage to him. Before we kill him, okay, so just gonna get well out of the beams. I'm gonna kill these little guys to charge the lures. There we go, I just lost my charged lure that I had with me the whole time. It was the one on lowest health. I need to get just enough shield back to shield my last lure. I'll need one more as well. Okay, all lures are shielded. Just need to work on getting them charged now. Keeping them out of the massive beams. Two of them have lost their shields again already. So just gonna make sure I've got that constant energy regen going so I can keep popping shields on them. My lures come up here and pick that guy up. And maybe some more down here. Excellent. So now we have 3 charged lures, which is what we need. So now we can just go ham and do some damage. Do have to keep an eye on the lures, make sure they don't lose their shield. We need to keep them alive for the next few seconds. I've lost my own shield there, but I'm just gonna tough it out and put the last few shots in. It was not enough. There we go. Just. And the lures are doing okay health in the end. That wasn't too bad. So it is a very, very involved process doing it solo, but it's absolutely possible. And on Nezha, just a very well-rounded Warframe. It doesn't make it easy, but it makes it challenging and it's very rewarding. So I'll just collect some of my loot here, and we'll go exit and we can see what total values we got. There we go. So we got a total of 6 shards, bunch of cores, 2 arcanes, some mods and some random materials there. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That's only like the second or third solo I've done of the first 2, and as you can see it's quite challenging, but once you get a good grasp of the mechanics, you really only do when you're playing solo. It makes it a whole lot easier to do it all by yourself, but also with a group. So, for anyone interested, quick rundown on the build. I'm running Nezha Prime here. I've fully formatted out. I love Nezha. I think it's the best frame in the game, and I was so excited when Nezha Prime came out. So I just dumped all my forma into this to get maximum amount of mods up. And then my gun of choice for that one was Rubico Prime, modded for radiation damage. This one is hardly min-maxed. There's still a few ways you can make this one better, but no motivation to do that one quite yet. But there you go, guys. That was a pretty chill solo double Eidolon. Hardly the most min-maxed or efficient way to do it, but I enjoy playing with Nezha, and I do find those fights quite fun and rewarding and challenging. Have a good one, everyone. I will catch you later.